What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to be doing kind of a review of Gravity Rush. I know that's what the title and the thumbnail say, but it is not in its entirety going to be all about Gravity Rush. It is actually going to be in its entirety all about the very nostalgic piece of equipment that is my PS Vita, of which Gravity Rush is a game that I own on it. Among others, can't really say among others, I'll just show you all of them. There's only a short list here. Killzone Mercenary. I fucking love this game. It is set during sort of the main events of 1 and 2, potentially even into 3. It's been a while since I played those. Those were PS3 games, and I haven't had my PS3 for a hot second. But I love this game. It makes great use of the touchpad, which I believe, I could be wrong here, but I believe PS Vita introduced to the PlayStation experience. We've also got Uncharted, Golden Abyss, where he goes searching for one of the 7 cities of gold. I believe we end up in Quivira or Cibola, one of those two. I know that the Quiverans are something that he refers to. We may end up in Cibola. Again, it's been a while since I played any of these games, so I've also got the Ultimate Edition of Injustice. I have Injustice 2 on my PlayStation 4, so good to know I can revisit that. The original 2 God of War games. I have played pretty much all of them. I think there's only one before the reboot with Norse mythology that I haven't played. The Jak and Daxter trilogy, just for some real nostalgia. Sly Cooper trilogy. They weren't really a part of my childhood, so I obviously had to amend that. Because, yeah, company that makes this game makes one of my favourite games of all time, which is the Infamous series, and I'm really hoping that that series isn't completely dead, because obviously my first 2 cosplays that I did on this channel were 2 of the main characters from the sort of reboot / continuation on the PlayStation 4, those being Delsum and Fetch. I am currently working on trying to get a Eugene together. There's really only like 2 things I need, and one of those is his like striped hoodie, which is next to impossible to find. Even just something similar to it, it's next to impossible to find it at like a decent price. So yeah, I don't know, I gotta work something out there. And then I've also got Little Big Planet, but like Marvel Superhero Edition, which is pretty cool. And the A, Captain America's head, is sticky tape there, which I think is really funny way to keep it on brand. It's good. Alright, Gravity Rush. I'm gonna sneeze here, I can feel it coming. Hashtag no COVID. Yeah, so I'm currently on episode 13 of 21, I believe. I did just look it up a second ago. Pretty sure it was only 21, which means I'm about 2/3 of the way through. If I'm being real honest with you, I can only really remember the storylines for... I've actually got it open here at the moment. Probably in the last 2 episodes before this, so doing a full review isn't going to be able to be possible unless I go back and replay the whole thing. And in all honesty, at this point in time, I just want to finish it so I can sort of know how it ends, so they can get Gravity Rush 2 for PlayStation 4, and actually be able to play it without having any sort of spoilers, because I do enjoy the game. It's just that it's been a hot second since I played this bad boy. I had actually gotten to a point where I knew that I had the games, but I had no idea where the console was, and so I was actually starting to worry that I didn't actually have the console anymore. So yeah, a bit of an issue there, obviously. So the last mission I just did, in case there's anybody out there that's played Gravity Rush the whole way through, was episode 12, which was like look out below or long way down or something like this. You're essentially falling the entire mission, having a gravity shifter battle with Raven. And the one that I'm up to currently is I'm in a little underground city run entirely by children. And, you know, they thought they were safe there, and then all of a sudden the Nevi, who are the villains of the game, have sort of started showing up, and I've got to protect the kids. So yeah, that's about as much as I can tell you story-wise. It is kind of, it's sort of, but the cutscenes are sort of stylized in more of a comic sort of a way, like a manga almost. So, and then like the graphics themselves are a little bit more sort of, as you can probably see here, a little bit more like anime style. So that's what leads me to believe that it's sort of a manga. I'd actually be really interested to know if... there is an actual manga. There probably is. It wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, it's really good. So it is a really good game. But like I said, it's just been a hot minute since I played this bad boy. So I can't really do a full review. But from what I remember, you sort of start off and you don't really remember who you are. You discover you have the powers. You fight a bunch of these Nevi, and obviously the frequency at which they appear, and then I can't remember the word I'm trying to think of, but like the level that they're at, the strength that they have sort of increases alongside the frequency. So you sort of start off with like, you know, 1 or 2 sort of level ones, and then you get, you know, a couple more at the next level up, and then more at the next level up, and then more. And I'm pretty sure at this point in time, the sort of from what I can remember and what I have played over the last month, my sort of guess, and this is still my first playthrough, so I don't actually know what's coming next, and I'm trying to avoid some spoilers. I do enjoy finding out on my own, but from what I can gather, sort of the big sort of boss fight at the end of the game is going to be, I'm imagining that I will eventually convince Raven to side with me. It'll be a reluctant sort of team up, but we'll team up nonetheless, and we'll have to take down some, you know, like Queen Nevi sort of thing, is my guess. If you have played it, out of, you know, 10, with 10 being like spot on exactly what's going to happen, and 1 being like you are nowhere near it at all, you give me a number in the comments of how close I am to it. But like, you know, if I am nowhere near it, don't give me spoilers. Just give me a number in the comments, and that'll be all I need. But yeah, there is one particular thing, I will show you this, one particular thing that annoys me about this game. It's that, gonna do it here, no. No, it's not actually showing me. Maybe it's only in the cutscenes, but in the cutscenes, if you were to do this sort of thing, or like, even if you're just not holding it properly, you know, like you were playing like this, you've gone into a cutscene and then moved it down, all of a sudden you've got to try and like get back up to here to sort of actually read what the cutscene is. I find that that's annoying. Like at the moment, we're on a pause screen and it's not doing it. If we were in a cutscene, it 100% would, and that annoys me. I don't like that. But other than, like, that's the only real complaint that I have about this game. Yeah. I think, well, like I said, I haven't really finished the game, so I can't give like a full in-depth review. I'd love to, but I just can't. But what I can say is that for what I currently know about it, it is a game worth picking up and worth playing. Obviously, I've got like an old edition because it's on the PlayStation Vita, but I do believe you can get it on the PlayStation 4. It might be on like the store, like it might have been a PlayStation 3 game, but I do know you can get it in the store. I do know you can get a physical copy of number 2 for PlayStation 4. It is worth picking up and playing. It's really good, particularly if you're like a fan of anime, and like the superhero genre. This really sort of fits into those a little bit. So it's great. It's great. And that's really all I can say on the subject. Unfortunately, I'd love to be able to say more, but it just wouldn't feel right, wouldn't feel authentic. I will give it a proper review when I finish playing it. But for now, that's all I've got. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell as well if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. If you enjoyed this one, give it a big old thumbs up. yeah, I don't know if there's any links that I can leave you. I think the only real link I'd be able to leave you is to the PlayStation Store. I might do that. That'll give you a bit more of a synopsis and general reviews. If this didn't entirely tickle your fancy, that'll be down below, so you can have a look at that. And I might even try to see if like Rotten Tomatoes or Metacritic have a score on it, and I'll leave those below as well. And until next time, guys, keep your heads screwed on.